Hey yo, this is Dash, and today I'm going to be using Tracey, my Traeger Pro 22, in order to cook some ready-made meals that I got from Sam's. Out the oven time. Hey yo, this is Dash. Get ready. Alright, so first things first, first thing I have to do is have to get the Traeger turned on. So we're just gonna turn it to smoke, get it started. I have water pans inside of here. I'm gonna get these water pans taken out. I'm gonna get these set aside because I'm not gonna be using the water pans today, because all we have to do is heat up the food that we have. We're going to see what happens with putting them inside of the Traeger with the pellets. Now, I'm going to check the pellets and make sure that we don't need any. And actually, I'm going to top this off. So, what I have is my 5-gallon bucket. I have a few of these 5-gallon buckets with different types of pellets in them. If you haven't seen that video where I talk to you about how I set up these buckets, there it is over in the corner. So, check it out. Airtight lid. Get that closed back up, and I'll put this back in the corner. So I figured I'd talk to you guys really quickly while the Traeger is coming up to temperature. Now, I probably won't be talking too much this video or during this video because of the fact that I have some construction going on up the street right behind you guys. So I keep getting interrupted, but yeah. Anyway, first thing that I did, obviously you saw me get the Traeger turned on, and when you can see that smoke coming out of it, we're gonna wait till this thick white smoke dissipates completely. Then I'll go ahead and inside get the food that I need to get, and we'll get it on here. Now, first thing I did was I made sure that I put the pellets kind of up on an angle because I didn't fill it all the way up. I just put the pellets kind of up on an angle in the hopper. Then once this smoke dissipates, I'll go ahead and get the food. Actually, I'm gonna go get the food while that's working. I'll be right back. All right, the white smoke is dissipated and we have the flame on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this turned up to 350, which are the cooking instructions. Preheat oven at 350, remove plastic lid, temperature loosely with aluminum foil, blah, blah, blah. It says, of course, the directions are kind of cut off. Can you see that line that's supposed to be there? All right, now we have to figure it out.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Bake, it looks like 45 minutes. So let's see what the other one says. So there's two. great. This one needs to be cooked at 425. That one needs to be cooked at 350. Don't you love it when that happens? All right, so now I have some work to do. I didn't realize that I was gonna have work to do. I should have probably read the instructions before I grabbed these, but yeah, it happens. All right, so I've gone ahead and gotten both of these guys covered in foil. One is a chicken parmesan. And the other is a meatloaf with potatoes, mashed potatoes. So we'll get the chicken and parm in, and we'll get the meatloaf and mashed potatoes in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put it in and cook for or with the chicken parmesan in mind. And then what I will do is once the chicken is done, I will go ahead and actually bump the temperature up in here and finish that meatloaf with the mashed potatoes. But I think what I'm gonna do is bump the temperature up to 375 and we'll let it go for half an hour, and then I'll come back out here and I'll check it. All right, so I'm back out at the grill and it's been about a half an hour, and I'm just gonna temp this chicken parm. And it's sitting at 120 degrees right now. And there's the meatloaf. The meatloaf is also sitting at that one's at 130 degrees. So we're not there yet. I'll come back and check on this in another 10 to 15 minutes. Once it gets to about 150, I'm gonna open up the chicken parm so the cheese can brown. So I'll be back in another 15 minutes. All right, so then a couple more minutes, and I'm just gonna get some hot gloves on because I know this is gonna be hot. Open it up. All right. Our chicken parm looking pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and leave that sitting here so it can brown. The meatloaf also looking pretty good. I'll open it up so it too can brown. Plastic is very soft. The plastic is very soft, but it also, yeah, we're not gonna try and pick that up. I'm gonna put it on the bake sheet. Let's check the temperature. Meatloaf is at 145, and the chicken looks like it's actually done. It's hit temp. I'll let this sit out here for a few more minutes and just let everything brown. Then I'll take it in the house in about 10 minutes. The meatloaf will probably take 15-20 minutes because it hasn't hit temperature yet. I'll be back. All right, so I am back out at Tracey and my chicken parm is done. Hopefully the noodles aren't too burnt up. It looked like they might be a little dry, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get these in the house, and the boys are gonna eat this, and I think my daughter and I might have the meatloaf and the mashed potatoes. Though, I will say, this meatloaf looks okay, and actually it's done as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and move that to a sheet. Alright. Now, here's the meatloaf and the mashed potatoes. And in case I didn't say this, I got these meals from Sam's. They were like 10 bucks a piece. I was in there getting food I had to cook, and I said, you know what, I want a quick, easy meal. And doing stuff in the outdoor oven, obviously, you know, not using the oven in the house is great for the summertime. So here's just a little thing that you can do, just a reminder that your grill doesn't always have to be used just for grilling purposes. You can kind of use it as an outdoor oven, obviously, as you saw me do. So that's it. No real taste test. I mean, it's meatloaf and mashed potatoes and chicken parm and pasta there. This looks like a penne pasta, I guess it is. Anyway, thanks guys as always for watching. Roll the outro.
More butter, baby.
Hey, look, guys, down below is listed the P.O. box. If you want to send us something to try, a sauce, a seasoning, some jerky, feel free. Something funny, something for us to try, send it to the P.O. box below. It's always listed in the description. But
thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Join us on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Go live for 2 hours. In the first hour, we talk about barbecue or something barbecue business related. The second hour, come as you please and bring your flesh.
And we talk about anything.
And then we talk about anything.
Alright, well not her, but me. So.
Sometimes I peek in.
Yes, you do. So, you want to tell them, thank them again for watching?
Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you. Oh, I'm sorry.
And please do subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Alright, thank you guys.
Bye.